Merging art and culture, we're backing that thing up with the deeper message. Right now, Dallas-based filmmakers Kory Williams and Rhodes are backing their artistic genius with a film called King of Dallas. The film focuses on colorism and how it's perpetuated in society. And if you have no idea what I'm referring to, don't worry. We have two very knowledgeable folks joining me in studio, Justin J. Rhodes, the creator and one of the filmmakers over the project, and Jerry Hawkins, executive director of Dallas Truth, Racial Healing and Transformation. Thank you both for being here today.
Thank you for having us.
We got a lot to get to, so I'm not going to waste any time. Jay, we're going to start with you. This is your latest project after debuting a successful film, It's a Wonderful Plight, the hip-hop musical. I'm sure folks remember that when it got to Amazon last year. It has its own message, but I want to talk about King of Dallas. Why this project? Why did you decide to make this happen?
Well, with It's a Wonderful Plight, it was more focused on the white community and what they could help do to better race relations and kind of just filling them up to speed. But King of Dallas is set in a post-apocalyptic world, and it's more focused on what we could do, because in this dystopian world, melanated people are the only people that exist. So over the years, some of these issues of colorism from back in Jim Crow have surfaced in this post-apocalyptic world. So we're just trying to figure it out and better race relations internally instead of externally, like It's a Wonderful Plight did.
Jerry, when you hear about this film and what it hopes to target, what it's all about, we're talking about colorism, something that you and your team have focused on for a really, really long time. Not just that, just really improving race relations in the city, in and around Dallas. What do you hope folks will take away from this?
Yeah, at Dallas Truth, Racial Healing and Transformation, our mission is to create a radically inclusive city by addressing race and racism through narrative change, racial healing, and equitable policies and practices. And I think folks need to understand what colorism is, because it exists in every community. You know, as a basic definition, it's discrimination when it comes to skin color, and particularly how societal cues and cultural meaning is applied to skin color, and particularly how the lighter skin of a skin color is valued more than darker skin people in every skin color. So hopefully, number one, knowing that message and that we need to work on internalized oppression in every group.
How can you have folks, encourage folks to have these honest conversations?
Yeah, number one is really just looking within. You know, we live in a very segregated society. We don't sometimes see each other on a daily basis. We don't work with each other or go to school with each other, particularly as we get older. And folks are fearful for no reason. They're scared of each other. So one is just confronting some of those fears about people. And once we get to know each other, we'll have some of the same aspirations, dreams, hopes.
And like you mentioned earlier, colorism is something that can happen to a lot of different groups of people,
That's
right?
right?
Just being able to recognize that and actually have conversations about it. Jay, films like this require a lot of resources, a lot of talent, a lot of effort. And so you have a push going right now to make this film the best that it can be. But you brought on an executive producer, a big-time executive producer. I want you to talk about who that is, some of the stuff that he's done, and what he's hoping to do with this project.
Well, it's cool. Alex Kurtzman, he's, I don't know if people have seen The Man Who Fell from Earth, but that's his latest project on Amazon, but from Star Trek, and he even skin in the game from Hercules and Xena the Warrior Princess. So it's real cool. He saw the project. He said it was special, and he invested in it, and he helped our fundraising push. So we've ultimately raised over $25,000, still doing some fundraising for the back end, but it's just a blessing to be in Dallas, you know, in my city, born and raised, and have people in Hollywood seeing what we're doing before the film has even been shot. So
how can people support you?
They can go to @J_Rhodes right now. Our fundraising campaign is just, concluded for pre-production, but we do have production and post-production. So just follow me, follow the movie, and you can get updated on so many things. King of Dallas, and King of Dallas is slated to come out the first quarter of 2023.
Okay, and Jerry, I want you to mention this real quick, because you brought the accommodation, which sent some shockwaves through Dallas a minute ago, but it's been re-released. Tell folks about this book.
That's right. So The Accommodation is one of the first books written about race in Dallas. It was sort of banned in this city for over 30 years. Deep Vellum Publishing, which I'm on the board of, has brought this book back out. We are now part of a big movement called Big D Reads to get everybody in Dallas to read the same book at the same time. There's programming going on now. Dallas TRHT is doing a book tour of The Accommodation next Saturday. It's sold out, but you can get on the waiting list. And I'm talking to the author of the book at DMA on October 25th. This is also sold out, but there's a big waiting list for it. So join that waiting list because folks will drop off for sure.
But they can at least get the book.
They can get the book. You'll see this logo. Go to the website, bigdreads.com, and you can go to programming. A lot of places are programming now. It's been over 30 programs so
I
far.
love that. I saw the big push when this was first initiated by your group. So cool stuff there happening. Make sure you guys go pick up the accommodation. And we'll have more from you. I'm going to clip this interview and post it online. So if you miss anything that we talked about with the King of Dallas film and colorism, we'll, of course, have that online at WFAA.com.